planting the ADA60P. Ah yes, now this aquarium is going to come to life. Welcome back to another episode of Natquascape, where every week I do unboxings and reviews of products that are related to aquascaping and the planted aquarium. Expect to see step-by-step guides on how I set up and maintain low, medium and high-tech planted aquariums, and give you hints and tips on how to get your aquarium off to a flying start. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button right now in the bottom corner, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on all this knowledge that I gain whilst I proceed through my aquascaping journey. Okay guys, so here's a little quick tip that just personal to me, the way I kind of do my aquascaping. So when you're planning your aquascape, know what type of plant you're going to put where. Now I don't mean the exact species of plants. What I mean is, are you going to use tall plants, grass-like plants, carpet plants, bushy plants, and where are those type of plants going to go? I like to plan those things before I even do the hardscape, so that I have a plan in mind of the scape. Some people do it off the cuff and they still get great results. I don't actually get great results that way. I get better results if I just plan what type of plants I'm going to have. So what I need to do is get the fish out of the Natquascape and then take them over and get them acclimated in this tank. Right over here. And that's the Hugo Kamishi storage tank. And here is the scape, obviously, that needs planting. So what am I going to do with this nano tank now that it's empty? Well, in fact, I will be giving it to my good friend, fellow aquascaper and YouTuber, Geordiescaper. There's a link to his channel down in the description below. He'll be using it to maybe do a scape, or actually just store plants. But what would this tank be replaced with? Would it be replaced with something bigger and better? Well, guess what guys, you're gonna have to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future projects of what's gonna happen here. Yes, it is gonna be replaced with something bigger and better, but you're gonna have to subscribe and find out what it's gonna be replaced with. So let me know in the comments, what kind of scape would you want in this bigger and better tank that I'm gonna get? Let me know in the comments. Right, need to get the fish out, gotta get them in the other tank. Let's do this. So on this Cyperus Helferi, there are some remnants of blackbeard algae, and you can just see some just there on those leaves here where my thumb is. So this is why I am going to dip these plants in a solution of hydrogen peroxide and also a saturated solution of salt, just to get rid of the snails, and then in a solution of Chem Prime. And I'll triple the dose of the Chem Prime so we can try and effectively neutralize any kind of residues of hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to get all of these plants out and just stick them on a tray, and then I'll show you how I'm going to dip these plants in hydrogen peroxide solution, salt solution, and in a solution of Chem Prime. Any leaves that look like they're dying or that they have some blackbeard algae on them, just remove those leaves before dipping in the hydrogen peroxide solution. So at the moment I'm just getting out the crypts and just separating them into their type as far as I can. I'm not an expert, but yeah, they've been doing all right. You can see how long some of the root systems are on the crypts. So yeah, taking out the crypts and everything else, the Styrogani repens over in that corner is all going. All the little Tenellum green and the dwarf sage is going. So the last plant I'm just getting out is the crypts. So me keeping aquariums just to keep plants and propagate plants is over. I'll just buy fresh plants and do it from scratch. It's just easier. Because the amount of time I spend maintaining the aquarium, yeah, these are relatively easy to keep plants, but you still got to do water changes. You still got to add some Amanos and Ottos to keep the plants clean. Still got to clean out the filters and stuff. It's like keeping another tank, basically, and I'm not up for that, just for the sake of keeping plants. I'd rather escape a tank and add fresh plants. Oh, I'll just pull this one out, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get this crypt into the ADA60P. It's just going to look awesome. Okay, so I've got most of the plants out of the tank that I'm going to use. That's how that tank looks now. That pot with some plants in it is just rubbish. So we'll leave the fish like that in there. There's the ADA60P that I'm going to plant. I'm going to take some plants out from that tank, which is not running, no fish. So we'll figure out what plants we're going to use from there. But here are the plants that I've taken out. So the Cyperus Hill Fairy, you can see some kind of yellow leaves on there. I can take them off in due course. What else have I got? I've got some Java Fern, good old Java Fern. A load of crypts. So there's the Cryptocorini Pachetti and the Cryptocorini Willisi or X Willisii, some small ones. A load of Bucephalandra. So I've got the Cerimru Brown, Mini Needle Leaf, and Bucephalandra Red. I think all my Mini Needle Leaf has actually melted. So I thought I actually had some more Bucephalandra, but I don't. So I might have to pick up some more Mini Needle Leaf. What else do we have? Oh, we've got some Christmas moss. That is all Christmas moss. That is a 3-litre jug and a load of Christmas moss. I mean, there's loads in here. I've also got some Java Fern and Cryptocorini Willisii X, some Mini Needle Leaf, and some more weeping moss. So to dip your plants in hydrogen peroxide, you need 3 mils of a 3% solution of hydrogen peroxide in about 4.5 litres of water. And you're only going to dip your plants in for about 4.5 minutes. Don't go over 5. To then dip your aquarium plants in a solution of salt, you're going to use 1 cup of salt per 4 litres of water. So here I'm going to use 2 cups of salt per 8 litres just because I need enough water to dip these in. You're only going to dip your plants in for 15 to 20 seconds max. In this final tub, I have water with dechlorinator. The dechlorinator I'm using is Seachem Prime, okay? And you want to use 3 times the normal dose. And then finally, I have a glass aquarium here, just a small one, which is gonna have tap water with a normal dose of Seachem Prime, and the plants are just gonna stay in there until I'm ready to add the plants to the ADA60P. So let me just show you what I'm gonna do. If you're gonna use hydrogen peroxide, then you need to wear gloves. You don't wanna get this solution on your skin, you don't wanna get it in your eyes, and you don't want to directly ingest any of the solution. Although it's a very weak solution, you still have to be careful. Okay, so we're ready to do our dip, and what you need is a stopwatch, because you definitely don't want to go over 5 minutes when dipping the leaves into the hydrogen peroxide. It's only the leaves that you want to put in, okay? You don't want to get the roots in there. So I've organized these so I can hold them at the bottom of the plant. So we'll get the stopwatch going and we can start dipping. So want to make sure you don't get the roots, so just make sure none of the roots are going in. So you can just hold it from the edge of the tub, get the leaves in. Okay, so some of the root is going in, so we can just there. Okay, we don't want too much of the root going in, so we can literally just mainly dip in the leaves like so. So you just want to kind of do that for about 5 minutes. That's about 4 minutes. Now for about 50 seconds, including the roots, in the water salt solution. About 15 seconds I'm going to do. So now we can put this in the solution of prime. So again, it's just 3 times the normal dose that one would use. Okay, so I'm going to do this with the rest of the plants and then I'll be ready to plant the tank. Alright guys, so that is all of the plants from the nano aquarium dipped in salt, then rinsed in water, and then put in this tub which contains Seachem Prime, normal dose, and water. Here are the plants that I took out previously from the grow out tank, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick on some tunes in the background and really enjoy planting this ADA60P. You guys can listen to some background music, watch me plant the aquarium. As I plant the aquarium, I'll stick the names of the plants in the captions, so just sit back, relax and watch this aquascape finally come to life. Okay guys, so I'm just trying to plant some of these small leaved crypts on this part of the scape, because here I've got the smaller rocks, so as I go from the back down to this corner, I want to get that sense of kind of depth by having big plants up there and small plants down here. So here I have the dwarf hairgrass behind these rocks to try and mimic, well, eventually the Cyprus Helferi behind the rocks at the other end of the scape. I've also got the Marsilea hirsuta here just to mimic even smaller leaves compared to the small sprigs of Cryptocorini that I've got